In the command center of pan-European politics, the European Jewish Parliament convened for a second day. At the European Parliament, panel discussions were held on the economic crisis in Europe and its impact on extremism, populism, and anti-Semitism. Dr. Antonia Parvanova, a member of the European Parliament from Bulgaria, moderated.
I'm very glad that the European Jewish Parliament now is coming here to discuss and to propose ideas of what we should do in a positive and sustainable way to develop tolerance, but also to cope with intolerance.
Parvanova says she and her colleagues are aware that baseless hatred for Jews is rearing its ugly head again in violent acts, in anti-Israel sentiment, and in politics.
We have been detecting rising anti-Semitism in Europe for many years, and the most alarming for me is the recent developments of elections, for example, in France, when we have more stronger support for nationalists, or even in Greece, when we have a neo-Nazis in the parliament.
So the president of the European Jewish Union, Igor Kolomoisky, was the guiding light behind the first ever parliament for Jews, and forging ties with other European leaders is one of its priorities.
We are aware that there are not just Jewish politicians which support our cause across Europe. There are many good friends of Israel. For instance, there is the European Friends of Israel in the European Parliament. It's an initiative which started a couple of years ago.
The European Jewish Parliament is modeled on the European Parliament. Its members are also elected directly by the people based on their individual merits. Now, that's different than how Jewish leaders across Europe are often chosen, which is usually by people inside existing organizations. The European Jewish Parliament hopes in their system to attract young, unaffiliated Jews with fresh ideas.
I am a young professional. I have traveled a lot. I have benefited from every country where I lived. And I think my main goal is to try not to reproduce, but to establish the same strength as the Jewish young leaders in America, in Israel, and or in South Africa, where I have been as well, in France.
A Jewish woman from Washington joined the EJP's meetings. But she's not an American working for President Obama or Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney. Her boss is King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain. Hoda Nunu is the Bahraini ambassador to the U.S., a Jewish woman who represents her Muslim country. EJP members also expressed hope that they can help build bridges between Jews and Muslims wherever they clash. Nunu's colleague, the Bahraini ambassador to the EU, also attended the panel discussions.
If we have a positive idea about any government, I'm confident that there will be a good role of the European Jewish Parliament, because as I see that there is a will to bridge the gaps between the two sides, to avoid conflicts, to live in peace, to live together in every country, whether in Israel or in any Arab countries.
Tomorrow, these new Jewish reps of Europe will head back to their home countries after 2 days of sharing ideas, solutions, and meeting like-minded politicians. Jordana Miller, JN1, Brussels.